Hello, everyone, and welcome to another OptimizeYourTeaching.com idea. Today we're going to be talking about curving grades. So before we get started, I'm just going to go ahead and show you this formula, and I'd like to give props to my colleague Brian, who helped me design this formula. But here's the formula. If you're a math head, write this down, skip the rest of the video, save yourself some time, and plug it in. For those of you like me, let's get into the details. Let's take a look at this here. We're looking at the old way to curve a quiz grade worth 50 points. So as you can see here, Tom, Sally, John, Nick, Samantha, Jane, William, these are the scores that they earned. If we add all these up as in the old way, we're going to get 224 as our total points. Then we take 224, we divide by the total number of students, which is 7. Okay. Once we divide by that, we're going to get 32. So our class average in points is 32 over 50. That gives us a class average of 64%. If I have a class average of 64%, something has happened that shouldn't have. So that might be the student's fault, it might be my fault. But I don't really want to just throw this grade out because John got a 48. If he got a 48, well, that's not very fair if I throw this grade out. I mean, that's an A. So I can't just throw the grade away. But at the same time, if a class average is 64%, I have to pay attention to that. Okay? So in the past, what has happened in the old system is we would take whatever the best grade was, which is John, and we would add to it whatever it takes to give a 50 over 50. So we would add 2 to that, but we would also add 2, add 2, add 2, add 2. We would add 2 to everybody. We get 238 divided by 7. That's going to give us a 34 over 50, which is still a 68% class average. Okay, now John is also known from here on out as the curve buster, which means he's an enemy of the state. He's not good for everyone else. So that's not fair to John. So this method here, if you notice, I had to change all of these scores by hand, which means I have to go back into the grade book. So not only is it not efficient for me, it makes poor John look bad, and it punishes John for doing well. Okay, so let's not do this one. Let's try this again the new way. We're not going to mess with the individual scores. Instead, we're going to plug in our new formula. What we need to do is we're going to take the current class average in points. We said before that that was 32 over 50, right? We got that from the 224 divided by 7. So now we take the total number in points. We're going to put it over top of x. Okay? That's going to equal our desired class average in percent. I typically go for 80. As a matter of fact, if I have a class average that is less than 80, I'll usually implement this formula. Okay, so 80 over 100 is how we run this. Now, that's going to equal 3,200 equals 80x, or x equals 40. So what we do now is this is no longer a 50-point test. It is a 40 points. So if I go down here and I change this, I'm not changing any individual scores. I'm changing just one number. I change 50 to 40. Just one change in my gradebook. That, if you divide 32 by 40, equals 80%. Let's go back and take a look at John. John got a 48. Now he has a 48 over 40. So now he gets rewarded. Not punished for his hard work. So again, one more time. Current class average in points over top of X. Desired class average in percentage over 100. Well, this has been another OptimizeYourTeaching.com idea. My name is Andy Harrison. I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.